Knicks Real Talk. Let's get it.
Time for divine shot, KJ events. This real talk's the brand. You understand how we do, my man. I'm on that Friday night Knicks shit, dripping in Knicks shit. Up in the world, most famous arena with the click. That's the conglomerate. The Knicks real talk, we real prominent. I'm a bit like the Omicron variants, dominant. Paying homage to the cat in the chat. That's where it's at. Cause I'm hearing that. You don't care for hyperbole, we straight facts. We interact with the mob, the gods. Up in the pod, the squad, with the side. My entourage be on the job, my energy. See me tripping in tempo. As they cook my game plan, then my brand for loop and pursuit. Going hard like the New York City gritty committee. Cause that the Knicks we know is pretty, but we all stay giddy. But we embrace the fan base, hit the link, after your mace. We create the logo when there's hairspace that appear like square space. Staring down on the Chase Bridge, look at that Knicks City drip. The city dashes on the court, looking pretty legit. I stay true to the orange and blue. I thought you knew, so here's a few bars to shine like stars divine to Mount Mars. Knicks Real Talk. Here we go, let's go.
Knicks Real Talk right here, I'm representing
Knicks Real Talk.
right here. Let's get it.
Here we go, let's go.
We here in the building.
Knicks Real Talk.
Let's get it.
Here we go, let's go.
Yeah, for real. Yes, sir.
Knicks Real Talk.
We here.
Here we go, let's go.
Knicks Real Talk. Let's get it. Let's get it. Yeah, for real. Yes, sir.
Let's get it. Yes. Salute everyone. What's going on? What's good? Knicks Real Talk. Let's get it in the building. Salute to everybody out there, man. Hope you're ready to get in here. Talk this Knicks talking. Let's get it popping, man. I hope everybody had a great Sunday, man. He was home watching some football all day, some baseball all day. Just chilling, man, doing your thing, man. So I'm glad you got to get in here with me and Shop Powers and them. So salute to everybody, man. Thanks for checking in. Real Talk. First and foremost, man, like I said, I hope everybody had a great Sunday. And everybody just was chilling, man, watching some sports, man, and all that good stuff and doing whatever you was doing. But man, we're going to get into this, Nick, talk about the young core tonight. It's Thibs going to do with the young core, so we're going to get into that, man. And we're going to talk some Knicks tonight, man, and have some fun with it tonight. But first and foremost, all the Jet fans, all the Giant fans, all the Yankee fans, all the Met fans, all the New York teams had a pop in the day in the tri-state, man. They went in there and did their thing. Giants did their thing. Jets did their thing. Yankees, Aaron Judge is on a mission. And the Mets did their thing. Jacob deGrom did his thing as well. So overall, what a good day to be a New York sports fan, man. That shit was popping today. I just wanted to get out there first and foremost. Salute to the chat is where it's at. Worldwide L. Salute to you. Appreciate you coming in, my brother. Salute to you as well for the love of the game in the building. Cash Out James, my brother, G-Man 78. Actually, my partner in crime is in the building. Shop Howard, what's good with you?
Salute to you, Divine. Salute to the chat. Let's get it.
Yes, sir, man. We in here, man, talking about the Knicks youngs, man. It's Thibs giving dibs to the kids, man. That's the show tonight. We're going to talk about this young core that the Knicks got popping, man, heading into training camp. We're getting close to that time. Shop Power, I can't wait. I'm excited, man. I'm ready to get this thing popping, believe what I'm telling you. So I'm just really happy about what the Knicks doing right now. Just to go over a few footnotes before we can get into everything. The Knicks did do some signings today, man. They brought back my man Archie Dinakino. He's back in the building with the Knicks, man. So salute to Dinakino, Dinakino. He's back in the building with the Knicks. They signed him. Obviously, I know that he played with Jalen Brunson when they was down there in Villanova. They won 2 titles together. So Archie Dinakino was in the building with the Knicks. They would sign him, man. Per the New York Knicks, so salute to them. I thought they would bring him back to fill that roster, man. A good locker guy, got a little bit of skills, man. He didn't get a lot of time, because of the lineup and everything. But him and Jalen Brunson go back. They started in that national championship lineup both years in a row, man. That both of them play guard for Jay Wright and the boys. So salute to him coming back, man, and all that good stuff. Excuse me for that, guys. But yeah, I'm excited about bringing him back. Chop Howard, just good to have him in the building, man. With to make everything familiar. It seemed like the only thing they changed from last year was the Jalen Brunson and the Hawks sign. Everybody else is pretty much here.
Yeah, pretty much, man. They got the Knicks front office. I must say, is doing an exceptional job trying to see if they can try to get redevelop these guys and bring these guys into a core. They sticking with with guys that they have. They're trying to mend things together. We have a nice young nucleus to this team right now, and bringing back Ryan is a great thing. Someone that's been on the team last year, pretty familiar with most of the guys that's on the team this year, and also played with Brunson and Villanova. So that is a very good bring back for him, and it fills out our roster. Our roster now is filled with this other guy that we got with Swev.
Yeah, real talk. Speaking of that, yeah, real talk. There you go, man. That's Chevy Mahalik, been around the league for a minute. Yeah, the Knicks signed him to a 10-day. I mean, a year, signed him to a deal rather than half guaranteed, if I'm not mistaken. So, that's my man right there. We get into him as well later. But the Knicks signed him as well. So, like you said, the roster's pretty much filled up now. It's really about going into camp, getting ready to get this thing popping, man. It's gonna be some good competition in camp. We got a lot to look forward to this year, man. I know a lot of people kind of got a little bit of skepticism when it comes to our team this year, but I think we're going to be a pretty good team. For first and foremost, I think they got a good core there where, with the guy that we've been around for the last couple of years, they know how to play together. So I'm going to be excited to see what's going on in New York. But it's only like a couple of weeks away, man. Ready to get here. Next thing you know, the season to be here, preseason to be here on the 4th. It is really, really exciting for me, man. I'm starting to get butterflies just knowing that basketball about to come back around. And my Knicks gonna be in there trying to compete to get in the playoffs and all that good stuff, man. So we're gonna see what Thibs and these guys are gonna do with the roster that they have. And the reason why I brought the show up today is because we do have a young team, man. We have a young team down in New York, a lot of young guys, and when I mean young, I mean young too. I mean some of these guys are still 22, 21, 23, things of that nature, man. And they're gonna look like they're gonna be playing a pivotal role of what the Knicks gonna do this year. And they're gonna be relied upon to help this team win games. So we're going to see how their maturation took place ever since they've been here and what they're doing to another year coming in for Grimes and these guys like Sims, Obi, and IQ in their 3rd year. Obviously, RJ and Cam in their 4th year. We're going to see what these guys are going to bring to the table because I think a lot of them might be called upon to make an impact on the Knicks shot power. So I'm really hoping to see what Thibs is going to do with this with these guys and what he's going to put them in a position to get the minutes and win games.
Yeah, it's going to be Thibs, man, has really got something to, try to formulate this year because of the way the roster is constructed. Right now, we got, a little log jam at the 2 position. And that log jam right now could be worked out, could possibly, it could be, subdued or something like that. The way, there's a couple of things out there, certain lineups that they could start and stuff like that. So Thibs right now, coming into training camp, watching what he sees with this team coming in here is going to be something to watch, and it'll be here before you know it.
Yeah, real talk, man. I agree, man. I'm excited, man. I normally don't want time to go by too fast because you get older faster, but but I am excited to see these young cats get down, man. And like I said, man, today, I named the segment. Here we go, man. Knicks Real Talk, let's get it. It's Thibs giving the dib to the kids. You know what I mean? That's what it's going to really be about right there. Grimes, Obi, Quickley, RJ, Cam Reddish, and my man Jericho Sims. I didn't put McBride in there. I don't know if he'll be a part of the rotation. So, and these are guys I think will be part of the rotation, and I think going to be able to earn and deserve minutes for the Knicks. So that's why I put them guys up in here, man. But it's going to be interesting to see what they're going to do. I really like what these cats bring to the table. Like I said, man, I'm really looking forward to it. Cam, I think it's a good year for him to try to show improvement in the contract year. RJ got his bag. Q Dot looking to do what he's gonna do, man, to take another step in his career to help solidify this 2 guard in that rotation, whether he started come off the bench. IQ the same way, looking to either become a starter or be a 6-man or be really, really instrumental in what this team try to do moving forward. Now he jumping Jericho. He got something to prove. We don't know how he's going to make the rotation with Hartenstein here. Then obviously Obi Toppin, who I'm really excited about. I'm really looking forward to him. Seeing what his maturation going to be, man. So them the 6 guys right there that shot power. I thought that's really going to be key to what the Knicks going to do this season.
Yeah, man. There's so many things that the Knicks can do right now. And with this starter lineup, and one of the things that I hope that they do is, push RJ to that 2 and start Cam. That's my preference. That's me as a fan. I want to see RJ at the 2 and Cam at the 3. This way, it can easily open up rotational minutes for the second unit. And the one big thing, since we still have Fournier and Rose here, we have to figure out if we can sit Rose down a little bit and, work with IQ coming off the bench being that 6-man. Now, do I think that that's going to happen? As a Knicks fan, I hope it is from my perspective. But I think if D Rose plays and Evan Fournier plays, then that's where the discrepancy is really going to fall into play.
Yeah, real talk, man. Real talk, man. Yo, salute to the chat, man. Real talk. King Ribby and the man without no introduction, Jay Boogie in the building. Jay Boogie, my brother.
Jay
Salute.
Boogs.
Salute, appreciate you. Will, King Ribby, Jet for Life, Cash Out Worldwide was in the building. Knicks Real Talk, let's get it. We in the building. Divine and Shaw Powers, man. We talking Knicks. This young group of energy that we got coming into the season. I'm looking forward to Cam Reddish getting it popping. Like I said, I think he got a lot to prove, man. I think he's really gonna come in here with a chip on his shoulder, man. I really do. I think he had all them Knicks because he's that one guy knowing that this is that year he got to show and prove because he want to get a bag sooner or later after this year. So he really got to show and prove to the Knicks that they're going to be able to be a viable commodity to what they do moving forward. That they're going to be able to get him popping, or you don't know what happened by the trading deadline. I'm hoping Cam Reddish get to flourish, man. I like the way him and RJ getting together. They're down at Duke University right now, hanging out with the Dookie guy. I'm a Carolina Tar Heel fan, but I got love for them brothers. They'll be on the Knicks. So, but you got Cam Reddish, Keel, and my man, RJ Barrett down at Duke, man, down here where we at in North Carolina, hanging out with their old alma mater. So it's really good to see them boys in there doing that thing, man. But they hungry though. They hungry. We got a good young squad there. Along with the vets we got there, not too many, obviously. Evan Fournier, Derrick Rose, and Julius Randle. So we got a pretty young nucleus in the roster down there. Mitch and Harkenstein, and they still 24, right around that age or lower. So we got a lot of young energy in New York, man. I'm hoping that Thibs gonna take these guys and make sure they give them the minutes that they deserve or they earn when they go into training camp and they go in there competing and battling for these spots. I'm hoping that Thibs, recognize the real and say, you know what, this cat don't take nothing on face value, don't take no favoritism. The best man step up and be for that and take that spot. So I'm hoping that guys like Cam Reddish, man, and Quentin Grimes and all these guys who so hungry that they want to go in there and show and prove. So, and our vets gonna have to show and prove because these guys gonna come here wanting to play Shaw Powers. And I think when you're hungry like these young guys are, you know how it is. When you're young, you got an energy, man. You ready to eat too. So let's hope that the young guys go in there and compete, man, and Thibs give them the minutes they deserve.
Yeah, for real, for that, man. The one thing that I see is the one thing that as a Knicks fan myself, I want to see implemented this year is Grimes and Reddish getting multi minutes. I want them to be shined on this year. So if we don't get Reddish in the starting lineup, I am totally 100% fine if we get Grimes as a shooting guard and Reddish comes off the bench. Like I said, the one big thing for me is to try to limit a little bit of D Rose play in the beginning of the season, spot minutes here and there. If IQ comes in and he's not shooting well, if Grimes is not shooting well, something like that, maybe we can implement D Rose. Then I would prefer, me as a Knicks fan, to push D Rose into the second half of the year and see what we could do with him then. A more healthy D Rose takes us, I believe, as a Knicks fan, takes us a little deeper into the to the playoff run and stuff like that. A more healthier D Rose backing up Jalen Brunson, and after the All-Star break, I believe pushes us somewhere from that 6 to 10 spot, either play-in or playoff team.
Yeah, real talk. Yo, salute to the chat. Everybody listen, and next week, later on next week, we be opening back up the panel. So Jay Boogie, I hope you come in the building, man. We want you on here. We want your presence. We want to feel your presence because we know you are one of the widest cats when it comes to this Knick talk and just life in general. So my man Jay Boogie and Worldwide L, and we next couple of weeks we be opening up the show again, man. I want y'all guys to come in here, be at home, do your thing, man, and just represent, for the orange and blue. I thought you knew. You already know. And I
already know,
man. So you guys, is a real part of this big Knick thing going on in this universe. For the love of the game, my man Hector, Will, Will, all you cats, everybody, man, MBK, everybody, man. So this one big thing, man. This Knick orange and blue is the real deal. So we but we'll be opening up this thing, get it popping, man. But getting back to the show, I'm looking forward to a lot of guys. I think IQ gonna have a pretty much very good third year. I think he's going to come back with a really, really chip on his shoulder as well because he's had two decent first and second years in the league, maintained his point average, improved his rebounds, all of them that we get into their numbers and everything in a few minutes. But I'm really looking forward to these guys, man. I'm really looking forward to the Knick energy. I always like to say, man, let them sleep on them. All of them who sleep, when they wake up, they're gonna be left behind. So I'm hoping that's what the energy the Knicks give off. That a lot of people putting doubt because we didn't get Donovan Mitchell or we didn't do this. I still think we improved this team pretty well. With Jalen Brunson and all that good stuff, man. So yeah, real talk, man. And then I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward to what they bring to the table. Yeah, no doubt. Jay Bull, we gonna be on it, brother. But I'm looking forward to what they bring to the table, man. Because I think the Knicks gonna be a playoff team. A lot of people doubt, but that's right. Let the doubters sleep, man. Sleeping brain to the devil's workshop. Let them sleep. You know what I mean? I think the Knicks gonna be all right, man. I really do. So I'm looking forward to what they bring to the table this year. All of them. RJ got the bag. You know what I mean? He got his money. He ready to take another step in his career and show and prove and everything. Like Mitch got his money. So you're gonna see these young guys. Sims got his money. All these guys got paid. Now Cam Reddish, the one got to get paid. Obi gonna get ready to get paid. So these guys got something to prove, man. So I love when people got something to prove because they come to play hard. And I think the team, they all in shape, shot power. They all in the gym working out. They all getting ripped. They all putting in work in the off season. I mean, Thibs got a pretty good problem on his hands. Now that Fournier just got finished in the FIBA, they lost to Spain, and the ex-Nick William and Gomez got MVP. He was killing it. But Fournier now done. He be flying back to the States pretty soon, getting ready for camp. So we gonna see how Thibs gonna do with this thing, man. That 2-guard spot gonna be very interesting, like we talked about last segment and last show. That 2-guard spot gonna be interesting, man. But I think we got a lot of hungry cats at that spot, though. So it's going to be a lot of competition going on there, which is good. I think competition brings out the best of everybody's. Iron sharpens iron. You know how it go. So I'm really looking forward to what these cats going to be. I wish I could be in that training camp, man, because I know they're going to be getting down in that gym, man. So let's see what they do, man, and see what the outcome going to be.
Yeah, I just want to say this, man. Me, as a Knicks fan, I do not believe that we shoot the same percentage that we shot last year. I do not believe our field goal percentage will be the same. I think we will elevate our field goal percentage. I believe as a Knicks fan that our 3-pointers will be elevated this year coming up. And I also think, and I really, really think this is going to happen, that our free throw percentage is going to go up. We were kind of low in free throw percentage. Our percentage last year was 40%. Our 3-pointers wasn't that great. I think, and with that being said, from last year's season, we only missed the play-in. We only missed being a 500 team by 5 games. With the acclimation, with the inclusion of Brunson, I believe we become a better team. I think we will see a better Julius Randle this year. I believe that we will see a better RJ Barrett this year, just because of Brunson being in the game. Someone that can control the game and give the guys the ball where they need it at. And another big thing that I believe as a Knicks fan, I think you're going to see Brunson teach. I don't want to say, well, yeah, I think Brunson is going to show Mitchell Robinson how to set a solid screen this year. And once Mitchell Robinson learns how to set that solid screen, it's game on.
Yeah, real talk. Yeah, man, just quick. If you look at the numbers across the board for the New York Knicks last year, obviously, all the red is what we did. We were 30th in field goals made, and field goal to average 24. Our field goal, we the last in the league. These are last in the league number. That's why I think this team got to make a drastic turn offensively. Hope Jalen Brunson never could do it. Because you look at our numbers across the board, field goals made 30th in the league. Field goal attempts 24th in the league. Field goal percentage 27th in the league. Of 30 teams out there. You know what I mean? Foul tech percentage 26th in the league. Assists 30th in the league. Steals. I mean, these is all some glaring spots to be in for a team overall. So I'm hoping that we can. We was ranked pretty low in the league in a lot of categories. We were ranked up in some good categories too. Even though we had we 10th in the league in 3 points made. 3-point percentage. We was 8th. But I think we just got to get this team to get back to putting up some better numbers offensively, and I'm hoping that these young guys can come to the table and provide that for us, Shot Powers. Because I really want to see this team take another step. Like you said, I don't think we'll shoot them numbers again this year either. I think that would just the whole league shot a bad percentage from the floor last year, and whether it's the new Wilson basketball, whatever the case may be, or whatever the case may be. But the whole league was pretty much on the downfall. But I'm hoping that with the emergence of these guys working out the way they're working out this year, a lot of them working out real good, and having Jalen Brunson there to be the quarterback of the team, like I always say, makes a big difference. And cats being comfortable in their spots and their position, knowing that you got somebody who can give them the ball in a certain position, like I always say. So I think that's going to be a big help for us. But I think these guys all need to step up their game up this year. And Randall, RJ, all these guys, man, they need to show improve this year, because a lot of people doubting the Knicks out there. Van Gundy, all of them don't even think the Knicks will make the play-in, or tough to make the play-in, which I disbelieve that. But but right now we got to prove all the naysayers wrong. So our guys got to get in there and get in there in training camp, then going into the preseason to get it popping. I like what we got, the young guys, what we talk about tonight. They're going to make a big difference on our team from an energy standpoint, from a pace standpoint. Just massive energy. We one of the younger teams in the league. You would have taken Derrick Rose and Fournier off that team, we'd probably be one of the young, if not the youngest team in the league almost. So we got a lot of young guys there who really gonna be interested to see pop, man. But I think it all starts with RJ to me, Sharp Howard. I think he's the head of the snake right now. I think RJ is the head of the snake in New York. And I know Randall's the man. Don't get me wrong. I'm not questioning that, but I think RJ is the head of the snake for the Knicks, and I think he's one of them guys that really got to pop this year. You know what I mean? To let people know that the Knicks is relevant. You know what I mean? I think that he definitely got to show improve.
Yeah, my one thing with RJ this year, as we watch RJ over the last couple of years, he has elevated his game. He has moved his points from 14, I think, to 17 to 20. Now, if for me as a Knicks fan, RJ can stay at around 20 points, 20, 21, 22 points, the one thing I want him to do is have a better efficiency. I want him to hit a better amount of free throws. RJ was, if I'm not mistaken, was getting fouled like 6-7 times a game, and if you equate that to the scoring that he could have put in just by being fouled, and the way that he drives to the hole, he could easily make probably around 24 points a game, somewhere in that range. But what I need him to do is be a little bit more efficient. What I need him to do is grab a little bit more rebounds. As a fan, what I want him to do is learn how to pass the ball a little bit more. And if you notice, he does pass, and one of his main people that he passes the ball to, a great hookup with him and Mitchell Robinson. So I'm just looking to see him elevate his game. He's a little older. He's a little wiser. He's been in the league a little bit of time now. So this is not something new for him. And now he got his bag. Now his bag is right around the corner from him. So with all these things put into play, I don't think we have a bad season from RJ. I think this is the year that a lot of people will start calling him Star J. This is probably could be one of the years, if he helps himself at the free throw line and at his field goal percentage, can make himself a spot in the All-Star game. So let's see what happens for RJ. I'm high on RJ this year, man. This year, I believe he's going to come in. Seeing him, there's some of these workouts. This guy's got even bigger, man. His neck, his arms. He looks like he's shedding that baby fat and getting that man face and filling into his body and stuff like that. This guy should be very exciting this year, man. And I'm glad to be there to watch it.
Yeah. Me and you both, Shop out. I think he got a lot to prove, and I think he's been ascending since he's been in the league. And he just seems like he's the type of cat who got that work ethic that he just want to be great. He tell you that you can hear that from the horse's mouth. He like, listen, I want to be great, and and he working towards that. You know what I mean? And so I'm excited about RJ. I think if everything go right for it percentage wise, RJ had definitely capped 23, 24 games. Even though we got Jalen Brunson, that's why I'm kind of glad that the Mitchell thing that happened for this reason right here. Now you don't have to get the ball to too many people. Too many people don't need the ball. Like that's what I would say. For RJ Randall and Brunson, as of right now, is the main three guys in that starting lineup that are going to be pretty much predominantly have the ball. You know what I mean? Other than Mitchell Robinson, if it's Fournier, whoever the case may be, Luke Cat's going to get the ball off the catch pretty much. You know what I mean? But, these guys like Brunson, RJ, and Randall, they're going to be getting that ball, putting it on the floor, going to the bucket or shooting or whatever the case may be. Because, like I said, that's because they can do that. So I think now that, that situation that happened, you just got to plug the other two guys in there, the other guy in there that's going to be at the 2 spot, whether it's Fournier or one thing about good about either Fournier or they do Cam Reddish or Grimes, whatever the case may be. One thing about that, they still don't really take shots away from them, sort of play like Reggie Bullock almost. You know what I mean? and they don't put the ball. Cam can do it good. I think Grimes is underrated by doing it. Could put the ball on the floor and still score that way. But them guys can also catch and shoot too. You know what I mean? So that I know that's gonna be interesting for RJ. I know that him and Randall and my man Jalen Brunson's gonna be pretty much the ball dominant guys in that team, and they don't have to worry about distributing it. Like last year we had Fournier ball to a degree ball dominant. Kemba Walker need the ball. He's the point guard. He ball dominant. RJ ball dominant. Randall ball dominant. It was just too many ball dominant people on the team last year, and it wasn't enough facilitating, another guy to do the dirty work who they need the ball in their hand. So I do think RJ going to have advantage with that this season. Plus, I think the refs will understand RJ a little more this year. He's going to a fourth year. I think the refs will start giving RJ calls that he normally wasn't getting in his rookie year, second year. Because I think they probably know his game now. They're like, well, this is what this cat do. So and I think he probably get more calls than he got last year. Because I think the refs going to understand his game now that he's fourth year in the league. They probably pretty much know who he is. So that's going to be pretty good to see. So I'm hoping big thing for RJ. And then and then hopefully the guy we were talking about a few minutes ago, Cam Reddish. That's the guy. That's the guy right there, man. He could be a key to where the Knicks go. If he can even bring you 13, 14 to the table, then I think the Knicks going to be really good. I think Cam Reddish could be that one player because you kind of know what everybody else going to do. We just haven't seen the full arsenal of Cam because he haven't been here long enough. Plus he got injured last year. So him coming here from the beginning, you get to see his talent from the top. You know what I mean? And if we can find a way to show and prove on the court, Shot Powell, I think the Knicks got a good problem on their hand with Cam Reddish. And I do think the cat is talented. So we got to see what he's going to do for the Knicks. But I do think he's talented. If you look at his numbers, man, for the Knicks last year, he split the season with the Knicks and obviously the Knicks and Knicks in Atlanta. Yeah, but last year for the Knicks, he did pretty decent. He shot 40% from the floor. His high, that's where he got to get better at in his game. If he want to make it in the NBA long term, that's where Cam Reddish got to show and prove his field goal percentage. You know what I mean? The highest he ever shot was 41, so he got to really get that popping because that's pretty much around what the Knicks shot last year, 43%. But a lot of our players shot 40% last year. So let's hope that he can prove that his 3-point ball when he was in Atlanta last year before he came to the Knicks, he shot at 37.9 before he came here, and then he went down to 25 because of the injuries, and he didn't really get a lot of rhythm with the Knicks and everything. But if he can shoot that 37, that almost 38%, you might as well say 37.9. Shot Powell, if he can shoot that with the Knicks 38%, and he's shooting 90% from the foul line, that's some good numbers. You know what I mean? Them good numbers. You know what I mean? And I'm hoping that he can revert back to the Cam Reddish that was in Atlanta, but get a full chance to show and prove. You know what I mean? And if Tom Thibodeau can give him a chance to take the leash off of him, they say everybody going in there with a clean slate. So let's see. I hope Cam Reddish got to go in there and show and prove. I'm glad he didn't get traded, Shaw Powell. Now I just want to see this cat get in there and show and prove why the Knicks got him.
Yeah, you ain't lying, Divine. That's one of the reasons why I kind of want him to start, to put him out the box first to see what we really have in him. He's going to have a full training camp this year with the Knicks. He's gotten bigger. He's gotten stronger. And he's a senior on the team. If you really want to look at it, he's been in the league this will be his fifth year, right? Fourth year. Him came at the same time. So he is a young veteran, and he hasn't really carved the niche out on any team that he's been on to get really quality starting minutes. And the real reason why I want him to start is him and the RJ connection. That's one of the big things. But I think that we need to get him out on the court and see what he can give us. Me as a fan, like I said, I think he should start. But even if we don't have him started, and I've been thinking about this for the last couple of days and stuff like that, talking about the starting lineups and stuff like that, there's still a way that even if Evan Fournier starts in the beginning of the season, whereas Brunson, Evan Fournier, RJ Barrett, Mitchell Robinson, and Julius Randle, where we could still see some minutes from Cam Reddish in the second unit. The biggest thing is if we, if Evan Fournier is there, our second unit could be IQ, Grimes, Reddish, Obi Toppin, and Hartenstein. That is a monster young crew right there, coming off the bench, all ready to run up and down the court and stuff like that. You got some people that could pass the ball, some people that could run the ball, and some people that could push the pace. So the biggest thing right now is to see how they're going to start this thing off. I'm more starting to lean towards seeing Evan Fournier in the starting unit. You know, I'm starting to feel like he's going to be a starter, but even if he is a starter or not, and it's Grimes or Reddish starting, I'm happy with whichever way that the front office and Tom Thibodeau decides that he wants to push this pace. Because one thing I believe, if Cam Reddish pops in that second unit and Fournier is looking a little tired like he did last year coming from FIBA, and those first couple of games, as long as we don't play Boston, if those first couple of games he's a little sluggish and a little lackluster and stuff like that, you better watch out. Cam is right there on the prowl, you know, ready to snatch those minutes, and so is Quentin Grimes. So let's get it started.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, for me, Cam Reddish, you know what, though it didn't work out in Atlanta, obviously with the reason, you know, they got rid of him because he wanted to get a bigger role, wanted to have a more opportunity. You know, playing under coach Nate McMillan, you know, and I like Cam. Cam got the defensive prowess. He got length. He got size. So I think he's a really good, one of the better small forward I think the Knicks had in a long time. Just a natural forward like that. You know what I mean? RJ's a 2. You know, he's a natural forward. You know what I mean? And I think even when the Knicks want to go small, you could throw him at the 4 if needed to be. You know what I mean? So positionless basketball basically. But you know, and I bring it up because, you know, yeah, they kids. I mean, they veterans, but in a sense, God, they still kids because, I mean, these cats like, you know, Quentin Grimes, Obi Toppin, Emmanuel Quickley, Jericho Sims, them. I mean, these cats, they just going to their 3rd year. You know, so yeah, some of them got age on like Obi Toppin, but compared to the veterans in the NBA. You got guys who've been in this league 17 years. Then what I consider veterans. You got guys who've been in the league 12, 13 years. I consider them veterans. These cats are still. Some of these cats can't even go to the store and get a liquor. They can't even. You know what I mean? Some of these cats barely can even. I guess because of me being an older guy, they're always gonna be kids to me. You know what I mean? Because they're young, under 23, kids. You know what I mean? They ain't even mature fully yet. They getting there. But that's the reason why I call them kids, because not because of their NBA experience, but some of them so young. And like, you know, when you call it, what's a veteran in the NBA? A veteran in the NBA is like, you know, like LeBron and them guys is veterans. I mean, Evan Fournier is a veteran. You know what I mean? Shit, Julius Randle just starting to become a veteran.
8 years, right? Yeah.
Yeah, right. But them guys still babies to me. You know what I mean? You know, and it shows but they're getting better at it. Because you seen some of them guys, man, they still got growing pains. Salute KJ, salute my brother. They still got growing pains, you know what I mean? And they still learning nuances. Sometimes you don't learn all the stuff till you get up to your 56th year. You know what I mean? Because that's how detailed the NBA is, and how rugged it is, and you know. So, but this is all good. I think they either way it goes, man. I think they're good. But Cam Reddish, getting back to that young man, he got a lot to show and prove this year. I think he will show and prove this year. And I'm looking forward to his breakout year, man. Cam Reddish can make a big difference whether the Knicks be in the playoffs or not, just because of his skill set and how what he could do if he could put it all together and bring it to the forefront for the New York Knicks. So that's one guy I'm looking to really get in here and show and prove. I like it whether he's coming off the bench, whether he's with RJ starting or whatever the case may be. We leave that up to Thibs in competition. But I like the Knicks. Right. I think the Knicks team is so versatile. You can go with so many different lineups. It's pretty ridiculous. I mean, you can, like you said, Shop Howard, you can put RJ back in his natural position at the 2, give him more size in the backcourt. You literally could put Cam Reddish at the 3, you know, or you can go Obi Toppin at the 3. I mean, or whatever, Julius Randle. You know,
exactly.
Yeah, you can switch it up so much, man. It's like that's a good thing for the Knicks to have, them being able to have all that versatility, comboism. I call it comboism. You know, they got a lot of comboism out there, and I think they're going to be able to make that thing happen. So no matter what happens, I think he's going to have to distribute minutes in a lot of ways. But I think right now, Cam Reddish and RJ, as we spoke about, them two guys, they got a good rapport. They played college ball together for a year. They you know, these cats know how each other get down. So let's hope that you know, they make an impact together and help us get to where we got to go. But this next cat we're gonna talk about is Q Dot though, Quentin Grimes. You know, it's something about this young man that to see the Knicks are definitely in love with, as I would say, Shy Powers. They like what this cat brings to the table. They like his defense tenacity. They like his 3-ball stroke. Kid knocks him down with the best of them. So it's a lot of good things about him that they like. So, you know, I'm interested to see what the Knicks going to do with this young man and how he going to fit into the scheme of things. Because, you know, like I said, we got Evan Fournier there, Emmanuel Quickley there. You know, so we're going to see what he do in his second year. Obviously, you know, last year, cat 46 games played, started 6. Field goal percentage 40%, like everybody else last year, off of five attempts. Made 1.6 3-pointers, shot 38% from the 3-point line. That's awesome. I was disappointed he only shot 68. So he shot worse than RJ from the free throw line. And you think that somebody with a stroke like that, you thought they foul tech would be the percentage would be a little bit more higher, shot power. But he rebounds. You know he passed the ball. I think he's an underrated playmaker. I think a lot of people call him 3 and D. I think he's much more than 3 and D to me. I think Quentin Grimes got a lot to his game, man. So I hope he get to put it on display this year. Obviously, his defense is there. I think his defense is not stellar. Facts. He got a good defense game to him. He made me think of them guys back in the day where he right up in your grill. Ain't no lounging off. He making you put that ball, make you go past him, and it's hard to pull up on him from 3 because he's always up under you. You know, and that causes havoc for a lot of shooters in the league, shot power. So I like what he brings to the table. And I want to see what the Knicks do with him, man. I think if he can really get that foul field goal percentage up, pardon me, fellas, ladies and gents, get that field goal percentage up, get that foul tech up. I'm cool with the 3-point shooting. Him and Evan Fournier pretty much knocked it down. Other than Derrick Rose shot 44. Nobody else was better than Derrick Rose last year, but him and Fournier around 38 points something percentage, man. I like to see him continue that. And if he can get them free throws up and that field goal percentage up, and I think he's gonna do that by driving, because I think the more jump shots you rely on, the less your percentage is gonna go down. Because that he need to continue to put the ball on the floor, drive to the basket, get some easy layups, get up on some fast break opportunities. And if he can do that, man, I think he'd be another guy looking around maybe to double the numbers from 6 points a game to 12 points a game. So I do think we got some sleepers that's out there, shot powers, and let's hope to see if Thibs see what we see and he make it happen.
I'm just going to say this because I'm a Knicks fan, and I'm going to say this out loud. Which Knicks did you see out there this year with a video on doing defense? Quentin Grimes was one of the only guys that I've seen out there with a defensive presence playing in the offseason. You know, he had a drill session where he just played nothing but defense. And what that tells me, and he's looking like he got a little bigger since Summer League. It looks like he put on a little bit more mass in Summer League. I believe that Quentin Grimes, is going to be an elite player. I think he's going to be one of the shining stars for us this year. And we have a lot of guys that we sit here and we talk about, the league, I understand how ESPN and all these rest of these big media people talk about the Knicks and stuff like that and what they project and stuff like that. But as a Knicks fan, how I see these guys coming along and stuff like that, I just believe that these guys are going to be better this year. I believe that they're not going to shoot like they shot last year. I believe with them being together for these last 3 years or so have put them in a better place. I think they can step out this year a little quicker than some of these other teams that made these new acquisitions to their team. So I think we got a good start. The best thing right now is to see what's going to happen with in the training camp and see how these guys mesh together first, and then who is going to be who is going to make that move. Like I said, I believe Evan Fournier may start this year. What I want as a Knicks fan is I hope Cam Reddish, but in time we will see what will happen with the Cam Reddish, the Grimes, and the Evan Fournier saga. We will see,
Yeah. My man, G-Man 78. I would put a check up here because it is a good point, G-Man. We all talk about well. He said, I'm stuck on where we find room for Evan shooting from 3 for us because the boy can shoot, but we need him to play. We need to play Cam, Grimes, and Quick and Rose. And G-Man, that's pretty much the elephant in the room right there because where these minutes coming from. So that was a great point there, man. We got it's gonna be interesting for sure how this thing turn out going into the next couple of weeks. But you know what? Because I think, you know, I know we talk about Cam them in the starting lineup. We talk about you know, Quentin Grimes, but one guy we're not talking about enough to me is Emmanuel Quickley.
Facts.
You know what I mean? I think Emmanuel Quickley is that guy. I think he just know. You know, he kind of probably feel like RJ. They overlooking me. You know what I mean? And they overlooking me now. And I think IQ gonna come in there and just I think he gonna light it up, man. I real talk. I think he gonna come in here and show improve because this cat he is looking very good, man. I got the truth to say. He looked
Divine,
good.
just to say real quick, Knicks fans, do not be surprised. Once again, like I said, this is only coming from me as being a Knicks fan. Do not be surprised if you see Brunson, IQ, and RJ Barrett this year at the starting unit. I'm just saying, there's some things out there that I see IQ doing. He's elevating his game. He's made changes to his game. He's driving to the hoop instead of shooting that floater. He's driving to lay the ball up now. His shot in the summer league was awesome in the summer league, and I know these guys were playing against guys that are kind of semi-subpar to them, not NBA style of players. But my goodness, man, this guy has scored 47 points, 38 points, 36 points. The guy has been having a phenomenal offseason, and he's getting better every year. He's another guy that you have to watch out for. And as I say always, this guy at the end of the year turned himself into a true point guard. He has elevated his game. He got 2 triple-doubles. I don't care if it was against the G League. I don't care what team it was against. He has got 2 triple-doubles in the NBA against NBA players. So I think IQ is one of the guys you better watch out for, man. There's a lot of speculation on who's going to start and stuff like that. I even got another crazy thing that I seen out there about Randall going to the 3. Randall going to the 3, RJ going to the 2, Obi going to the 4 position, and Mitchell Robinson. That's another thing that I've seen out there. It sounds crazy, but the more and more you look at it, it will definitely give Obi Toppin minutes.
Yeah, real talk. Hey, if you look at it, you look at his career overall, the first 2 years in the league. First year, rookie year, he got injured. That's why he only played 64 games. I think he got a rib injury, right? I think somebody from Indiana in his rookie year elbowed him in the rib cage, and that was a wrap. So for a while, but he came back. His numbers are decent, man. Look at his rookie year; he shot 38.9 from 3. 38.9. He was lighting up in his rookie year. He had a couple of 30-some point games. I knew he had arrived in. I'm like, man, this cat gonna be special once he learned the NBA. And like I said, these guys, that's why I still call them babies. He just finished his second year in the league. You know what I mean? You know, he just finished his second year, but listen, his 19 minutes a game his first year. 39%. Obviously, that field goal percentage was low. He got to work on that. But the 3-point percentage was there in his rookie year. Foul tech, one of the best, 89.1. But here's what's interesting to me. He had 2 assists and 2 rebounds a game. But the next year, he had more minutes. You know, he averaged about the same amount of points, but he took a fall in his 3-point shot, which everybody did on the Knicks. But his rebound and his assists went up. His playmaking went up a percentage or 2. So that was good to see. You know, his numbers, his career numbers, he's league averaging 3-point shooting. He only been in the league 2 years. So I think that's all going to show improve. But I like what he did last year. I like the maturation to his game. He got better with it. He put in the work, man. And this year he looks ripped this year. I mean, so I think he been wherever you see Emmanuel Quickley go, he always out there putting in work. He always putting in work, and I'm happy to see that, man. So I think that's one guy that the shop out that I think everybody kind of sleeping on a little bit. But I think I'm looking to see Emmanuel Quickley. I want to see him and Brunson there together. Oh my goodness, or him and Grimes together. You know what I mean? That defense backcourt would be pretty legit for a minute. You got Grimes and IQ playing inside each other in the backcourt. That's gonna give a lot of teams in the NBA offense a little bit of problem because them cats know how to slow the ball down. They pick you up from full court. And they do all that good stuff, man. So I'm really excited about these guys. How they getting down. Yeah, hey Joey, Randall look like a toothpick, bro, but he ain't no body fat on that dude. He looks good. So yeah, man, I think IQ gonna be that guy, man. I'm really looking for. I like IQ game. He got the swag to play in New York. He got the moxie. He got the moxie to play in New York. He know how to play in Madison Square Garden. IQ is a legit though, you know what I mean? So I'm happy about IQ, man. He get that percentage up. He just got to work on his field goal percentage. It happens, you know what I mean? But he get that 39 up to maybe 42, 43 this year. like all the other Knicks should be able to do, the IQ gonna be pretty easy be he did 11 at 39% now. You know what I mean? So man, if he go up to 40, 42, 43%, or you could book him getting 13 or 14 a game. So that's why I'm intrigued by him with the money they make in Shot Power. They $2 million contracts, and he outplaying that for sure.
Yeah, definitely. And he's something to watch out for, man. Every year, his minute, I mean his points per game per se stayed the same last year, but you seen a different game from him. Starting the beginning of the year, he was he was a little off a little bit when he lost D Rose in December, when he lost D Rose. The more pressure was put on, so he wasn't playing at the level of his game with D Rose. But as he continued to go on in the year, kept getting some extra minutes, getting some fourth quarter games and stuff like that, he's elevated his game, and I believe IQ is going to come out this year, and I think he's really going to show some people what he's worth. Sixth man of the year, I think that's destined for him this year. And I'm not going to pull back, but I'm not going to say it's going to happen. But you may see him out there with Brunson out there and some minutes and stuff like that, as Brunson being the two like he played with D Rose.
Yeah, real talk. Yo, salute to the chat, man. Everybody, man. Cash out, Francisco, G-Man, Joey, G-Man. Like I said, cash out, everybody, everybody, salute to y'all. Knicks Real Talk, let's get it. Divine, Shaw Powers, we in here, man. We just talking Knicks, man. We're talking about the young core. Like I said, and another guy that's coming up, not my age, why I still consider him a young core because he's only going into his third year in the league. But this next guy coming up, as we know, we call him Obi Toppin. He's another guy, man, at the end of the second half of the season he had last year, he was starting to get in his groove. Everything was starting to work for him, man. His 3-point shot was looking good. He was getting a little bit of opportunity. Cat dropped 40-something on some 42 in the game. This cat, he's another guy, got talent. And it's interesting to see what Thibs gonna do with all this, because now, he's in a situation where if he's gonna be backing up Randall, with all the talent that we have at the small forward at the center spot, how do we get Obi Toppin over 20, 23 to 25 minutes? So the minute distribution is going to be pretty interesting in New York this year, because we got guys who need to play, and it's a log jam there, man. And so I don't know. He did what last year. He had 17 minutes a game, but you would think you would want to see that get to 20 or 20. I would love to see it to get to 20, 24, 25, but I guess that's not going to be able to be done with Randall here and Cam Reddish and RJ and Harkenstein and. Man, it's like I always say, because the guy can change the position so easily. It's just going to be not a lot of minutes for Obi Toppin to get the minutes I think he deserved. But if you look at what he did last year, I think he showed improved last year. Shot Powell, I think his numbers looked good at the end of the year, going into the second half of the season. He really showed improved last year, man. His obviously you see what his minutes went up. It's looking 53% from the floor. And so that's why, you might harp on his 3-point percentage, but look at his field goal percentage, 53% from the floor, 52 for his career. He definitely got to get that 3-ball popping. He's pretty decent from the charity stripe, 75%. Like to see him get that up a little bit more. His rebounding number for almost 4 rebounds a game. That's not bad. Get them assist numbers up. And he does have good quarter weight. He just got to get up. But look, he went from 4 points a game in his rookie year to 9 points a game last year. So, if he get the 3-ball popping, he get more minutes, then that go easy 15 a game, 16. He can get 8 points from him and Quickley running up and down the floor on fast breaks and leak outs and things of that nature. So I'm really looking forward to what he's going to do, man. I like to see Obi Toppin get about, at least if he's going to be able to get the minutes this year, at least give us 15 a game, 5 or 6 rebounds if you're going to be coming off the bench, maybe 3 assists and shoot that 3-ball maybe at league average. I think he'd be pretty decent as well. So I'm really looking forward to see what he's going to do as well, Shaw Powell, that he can get the minutes that he deserves.
There is a way that Obi can get close to 25 minutes a game. And if the way people are saying out there that Randall will start at the 3, he's slimmed down. He's way muscular now, but he slimmed his weight down. If we see Brunson, RJ, Randall, Obi Toppin, and Mitchell Robinson at the starting lineup, that is a bona fide starting lineup there. That will give Cam Reddish, because the one big thing for me, I'm already bracing myself. I'm bracing myself to see how that position at the power forward really works out. Because me as a Knicks fan, I think Obi Toppin needs to have about 25 minutes a game. But with him backing up Julius Randle, he may not. You know what I mean? I hope that Thibs can do the switch the way he rotates the lineup this year a little bit, twerk the lineup a little bit, because in the beginning of the season, we do not need to see Julius Randle playing 35 minutes a game, 36, 37 minutes a game. We need Julius Randle to be more on the end towards 28 to 31 minutes a game. Now, if we could get 28 to 31 minutes a game, we could possibly see Obi Toppin getting somewhere 17 to 21 minutes a game. So that's where we need to be, because I'm already bracing this. I do not want to see Obi Toppin getting 14 minutes a game this year. That is not what I want to see. I want to see him out there. He's our eighth pick. You know what I mean? I think he deserved, the way he ended the season last year, to get at least 17, 18 minutes a game. You know what I mean? So in order for him to get close to 18 minutes a game, Julius Randle has to get about 30 minutes a game.
Yeah, you know it's tough for me. I want to put up a cash out James thing, because he hit the nail on the head to me, and it's important. You know, at the bottom when he said good shooter since college, just needs to get in the rhythm, and that's so important. That's why I think people sometimes people don't understand. Basketball is a game of rhythm. You know, it's gonna take more than one or two shots to get you going. You know what I mean? Sometimes you got to get in the rhythm, get comfortable. And Obi, in his rookie year, people thought Thibs was pulling him because he just wasn't in a rhythm. And he didn't deserve a lot of minutes in his rookie year, because he wasn't playing ball. He didn't have that rhythm. And this is somebody coming out of Dayton who was National Player of the Year. But people got to understand also on Obi Toppin, in defensive Obi Toppin, you come from being a man. You know what I mean?
Right.
From being a man in college. You were the number one option in college. The next year you come to the NBA.
Back up.
You back up and some. You know what I'm saying? So in fairness to him, his mental power was, he probably, man, I ain't used to this. You know what I mean? Like, man, I was in Dayton, lighting it up. I was that dude, and I come here and I got to play second, third, fourth fiddle. And it probably took him for a loop when he first got here in his rookie year. He couldn't get comfortable. The minute he make a mistake, he probably thought Thibs was going to pull him out, or Thibs pulled him out. Right, he said it because he wasn't ready. But last year, it got better. So everything went up. His field goal percentage went up from 48 to 53. His foul tech went up from 73 to 75, almost 76. His rebounding numbers went up. So everything got better. His scoring went up. I just think that with the right amount of minutes, and now that he's a little bit more comfortable in his third year, now he don't have to look over his shoulders, worry about that stuff. I think him and Quickley gonna be dynamic in that second unit, man. I just hope that he get the minutes that he can make it happen.
Let me say this out loud. I can't wait to see him and Brunson on the court together.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I can't see a true point guard that's going to put Obi, a person that doesn't need the ball as much as Brunson drives to the hole. I could just see that connection too, man. So, it's a whole lot of, conundrums that are out there, which way they can go and how they can put this roster together. And, with everyone that you say, the main focal point is Brunson right now. I hate to, Brunson, but there's so many ways that you could put this starting lineup together, and we really have to figure out what we're going to do with this starting lineup. You know what I mean? And once we make once we figure out who's going to be in the starting lineup, the second unit is going to be a little easier to put together. And like I said, as a Knicks fan, I love Derrick Rose, but I hope Derrick Rose can play spot minutes, situational minutes for now. You know what I mean? I think IQ has deemed himself to come off the bench as a sixth man and possibly start the second unit as the point guard. I think if depending on who we put in the starting unit, if Grimes is in the second unit, if it's IQ Grimes or IQ Grimes, Reddish, Obi Toppin, and Hartenstein, that's a crushing crew right there, man. There's so many, like I said, there's so many ways that you can depict this team and how you can put them together and stuff like that, man. That I just want to see how. First, I want to see them gel together. Once you see them more relaxed first couple of games, because these guys has been together and they're going to get all of these guys together are going to have a training camp together healthy. And that is going to be a big part of this team going into the season. All these guys are coming in. Mitchell Robinson's not coming in hurt. Noel is not coming in hurt. Cam Reddish got traded over here, but he came over here hurt. Brunson, Grimes got hurt his knee. Reddish fell, hurt his arm, shoulder, and all that stuff. All those guys that we talked about that we kind of missed towards the end of the year, all these guys are coming in this year hungry. You can see it in them, man. They all bigger. They all look stronger. They're coming into a full training camp together. Let's get it.
Yeah. You know what? And people don't realize RJ was hurt last year. You know what I mean?
Right.
So you know, it's a big season for the Knicks, man. It's for me, it's a lot of optimism in the air because I do believe in the quality of the players that we have. I really do. I think these guys got something to prove. What I love about this team the most, we got a lot of guys who got something to prove, and that's dangerous. You know what I mean? They just ain't playing just to be playing. You know what I mean? They playing the one. First of all, they want to make up for last year's debacle because of injuries or whatever the case may be, and so they still got that taste in their mouth. You know what I mean? Saying we was in the playoffs the year before that. Last year we didn't even make the play in. So you know what I'm saying? God probably coming back with a different mindset. And you kind of could tell in the off season because of the way they working out, the way they get. I mean, these cats is really doing off season workouts like no other. So you gotta feel a little happy, a little bit of optimism about what can take place. I think it's gonna be my main concern. Shaw in the chat is, you know how they say everybody sacrifice for the team. I don't know if that's going to stand packed with these guys who are going to need minutes. You know what I mean? Shaw Powell's like, I just don't know if Cam Reddish and Grimes or Quickley or somebody. And look, we already know Jericho Simmons ain't going to be there. That's what we get into next. But, you know, as of right now, somebody is not going to be in that rotation. You know, Thibs of the 10-man, no more. You know, 10-man, no more. Maybe less. All depends on the situation of the game. Tighten the rotation as time get, you know, more strenuous. But I don't think the Knicks have enough minutes and enough positions to some of these guys are going to get left out. So I don't understand to this day right now why there's not a move being made before training camp. Because I don't think you could tell IQ you can't tell IQ he can't play. You can't tell Grimes he can't play. I mean, yeah, granted, he's a rookie coming out of the rookie year, and I know he might not be on the tour, but his skill set allows him to play. And Cam Reddish, the Knicks did not get Cam Reddish to keep him out the rotation. Or that the case, you should have traded him. You know what I mean? So how are you going to be able to diversify all these minutes? I don't even see how you're going to do it. It's just no way. No way he's going to be able to pull this off. And it's just not enough minutes. You're talking about 184 minutes between the whole team. I don't see how you're going to get all that off. You know what I mean? 48 minutes each position. If you guys playing over half, 24 minutes, Randall playing 30-something, it's going to be interesting to see. But we'll see how this thing do. Rob said, Superman Rob, salute to you, my brother, real talk. He said, can the odd man out? Whew. I don't know who's going to be until we get in training camp. Because let me tell you something. I think whoever going in training camp, and like they said, Thibs said everybody got a clean slate. If Cam Reddish going there and pop and beat out somebody, if whoever get beat out is going to be the odd man out. I think that's where it should be. I think it's going to be all about the competition. I think it's going to be about the competition. Obviously, three guys who make $25 million. Here's four guys I know. Four guys I know is a lot. Everybody else is to me a suspect. Jalen Brunson at the point, R.J. Barrett, Julius Randle, and Mitchell Robinson. Them gimme positions there. Them cats right there, no question in my mind, they playing. So now it comes down to all the other guys. Obviously Evan Fournier making $18 million, he's gonna play. You know what I mean? He was a starter last year. So and once you throw him in there, and then that go your start. Let's say that's your starting five. You got let me see, IQ, Grimes, Derrick Rose, Cam Reddish, Obi Toppin, Harkenstein. Let's just say if that's a lot of guys. You still got Jericho Sims and you got McBride. So one or two of them guys getting left out. And I'm sorry to say that, but so let's see what the Knicks gonna do with this thing, man. You never know what happened before the training camp gets here. Now that the FIBA thing is over with Evan Fournier there, you know, let's see how it's gonna go. But it's gonna be hard for him to pull that off, shot power. But somebody gonna be not happy. Let's put it like that.
Yeah, most definitely. And I believe the thing that they're pushing to do right now is to get these guys out here to see what they do and to see how they elevate their game, because the training deadline is going to be something where they could get rid of somebody to make the roster a little stronger. You know, me as a Knicks fan, I want to see Cam Reddish starting. You know, I want to see Cam Reddish starting, and if not, he has to be. If he's coming off the bench, RJ doesn't have to play 37 minutes like he did last year, 35, 36 minutes like he did last year.
Mm-hmm.
RJ can get 30 minutes to start. Pretty much the starting unit can all stay around 30, 31 minutes, you know, unless it's a close game or something like that, you know. But I think if we can, it's all in how, you know, this is me talking as a fan. These second unit guys need to have 18 to 20 minutes a night. You know what I mean? It's going to be hard to implement all these guys with all these minutes. The one way that they could do it is using D Rose as a situational player like McBride. Put him in when we need some help. You know, if someone's not playing that well, for, you know, in a couple of minutes that they put him in, then you take them out and supplement D Rose in. But the one thing that we have to do is limit these guys' minutes from the way they did last year, because they were burnt out towards the end of the games. Julius Randle, I could say 4 to 6, 8 games, and I'm just throwing a number out there really. But towards the end of the game or during the game play, you see him get tired. You see him look like he's expended a lot of energy. You know, he's playing a high amount of minutes, 34, 35, 37, 36, you know. And last year, I understood a little better why Thibs played a lot of these guys with a lot of minutes, because he didn't have nobody that he, quote unquote, trusted. This year, you got the same guys that you had last year. You know, these young guys, these young veterans that you got on your team right now are hungry. The IQs, the Obi Toppins, all of these guys really want to come out and perform. And they want to perform for the New York Knicks and Tom Thibodeau. So Tom Thibodeau has a big task this year to try to supplement, to try to put these guys in at the right times in the game. You know, we don't need Reddish to play the first 11 minutes of, I'm sorry, Reddish. Randle, we don't need to have Randle play the first 11 minutes of the first quarter. You know what I mean? He could get 6, 7, 8 minutes in that first quarter. This way you bring Obi Toppin in a little earlier. This way you can move some of these guys in, and you can still lag some of the starters in with some of the second unit. And, you know, there's so many things they could do, man. Just sitting back, looking at the things, looking how the lineups, reading I got a new notebook and stuff like that. I'm about to go give me another computer. I'm about to do a lot of homework this year like I did last year.
Yeah, real talk. Fabian, that's a good point. You see, I think minutes will vary depending on the team, where we playing, and who got it going. Yeah, facts. Because
facts.
Yeah, that's real talk right there. Because it's pretty much what it's gonna boil down to. And like I said, it's gonna be really interesting, man. He got a lot of versatility there. I mean, you know, positionless basketball. He got guys who play out of position and all that. You know what I mean? But they deep though. They deep. So right now, if you look at me right now, to be honest with you, I think Jericho Sims, which I hate to see, because I thought he had a great summer league. I thought he was about to come into his own second year. I think he can even play a power forward behind where it need to be. So I think guys like him, obviously, you know, McBride gonna be tough to crack. Because like I said, if you giving Derrick Rose minutes and Emmanuel Quickley and Grimes, one of them gonna get left out of that position there. And like I said, Cam Reddish got a lock there. Obi Toppin got a lock there. Harkenstein. It's going to be about 2 or 3 guys that's not going to see that rotation, man. That's disappointing because I think we got a lot of guys who hungry enough to play there. Gerald said JB, RJ. I would love to see that lineup. I think that's going to be pretty interesting to see. That's why you know
that's the lineup I want right there.
That's why I was saying earlier in the segment that Cam Reddish, this is a make or break for him, bro. I mean, he got to come out and training camp like gangbusters. You know, he got to come out there ready to get it. You know, because you got Q Dot looking to get hungry. And that's another one, man. You know, listen, what I like about this here, Derrick Rose shoot the ball from 3 this year. Last year at 44%. IQ can shoot it from 3. Grimes can shoot it from 3. Obi can shoot it, getting better at 3. Harkenstein actually can shoot it from 3. But here's the thing now. Where's Fournier in the mix of all this? You know what I mean? It's a Fournier in the starting lineup. One of these two guys won't play if Fournier is still here. One of these two guys will not play unless it's Cam Reddish. So yeah, it's gonna be tough.
We can have everybody have a decent amount of minutes, even if we start Cam Reddish. I mean, even if we start Evan Fournier in the beginning, in the starting lineup. You know, if we start Evan Fournier, the person who has to take a step back, a seat on the bench, is going to have to be D Rose, you know, and it's either going to be even if we put Evan Fournier in the second unit, D Rose has to sit the bench a little bit, man. I hate to say it out loud like that, but he may have to sit the bench a little bit because hypothetically, Evan Fournier is not going to me as a Knicks fan, Evan Fournier is not going to beat our IQ to be the number 2 if Derrick Rose is playing. To me, as a fan, I don't believe, and he's a veteran, he can, but I don't think as hungry and as much as the Knicks love this guy, Quentin Grimes, he's not going to beat out Quentin Grimes on the second unit. You know, so if Evan Fournier does start the beginning of the year, you know what I mean, I still see minutes that can be given to the second unit. The person who has to sit back and kind of quote unquote bite the bullet will have to be Derrick Rose. If he can sit and chill, you know, play spot minutes, 2-3 minutes here, 4 minutes here, stuff like that, I think we can still work this thing out at least into the trade deadline to see who we got, to see what's out there, to see what we got, and to see if we want to make a trade with someone that we just don't have minutes for or time for.
Yeah, you know, it'd be interesting to me what I think Thibs should do if Evan Fournier going to be here, just because he just got finished playing in FIBA. You know how last year the legs got tired. I would bring him gradually back in if you're gonna keep him. You know what I mean? Because you know what Evan Fournier brings to the table already. Ain't nothing new. You know what he brings to the table, but you still trying to get Grimes acclimated. You know what I mean? You still trying to get quickly acclimated to being more of playing an important role on the team. So like Derrick Rose and Evan Fournier, I would just kind of let them rest at the beginning of the season, because like I said, last year when Evan Fournier played in FIBA, man, he came in the first half of the season. We was about to run Evan Fournier out of New York in the first half of the season last year because them legs just wasn't there. You know what I mean? For playing all that summer basketball, and plus he was in the playoffs with Boston too. You just got out the playoffs with Boston. You went right out of the playoffs with Boston. You went overseas and you played in the FIBA over there and the World Game, whatever the case may be. Then you came to training camp. His legs were so shot, they were like noodles. That's why Thibs was pulling them out in the fourth quarter. So if now that he's still got the same process going, I would rest Evan Fournier a little bit and let Grimes get majority of the minutes, and then that gives you a chance to see what Cam Reddish, Grimes, and Quickley them going to do at the beginning of the season, so you can evaluate whether they're going to be the ones or them other guys going to be the ones. So, but they do got to find out because you know, like I said, if you talk about Jalen Brunson playing 30 minutes, you could book that. He playing them $25 million players.
Yeah, they got it. Yeah,
they playing 30 minutes. Brunson,
except for Mitch.
Yeah, right. RJ, Brunson, and Randall, you could book they 30 minutes. I ain't give you $25 million to play no 20 minutes. So, you know, that's a gimme. They probably get their 30, 32, 33. And that's why I said the minute's going to be real suspect. So now the next person behind him, they're going to either play 15 minutes a game. That's Cam Reddish. Obi Toppin will be getting 15 minutes behind Julius Randle. Cam Reddish will get 15 minutes behind RJ Barrett. Whoever playing the point guard going to get about 15 minutes or whatever game behind Brunson. So and that's on them 4 guys. You know what I mean? I'm like, whoa, where all this shit coming from? You know, and somebody just ain't going to play. But it's a good problem to have. I tell you that much. I really do. So he said, I think so. I think so. Cash out. I really do. I think.
Most improved.
Yeah. I can see that. I can see Obi. I can see IQ up in there. You know what I mean? I can see that. I definitely could see Grimes, Obi, and Brunson for sure. But I think you also can see Quickley in there. I think Quickley gonna have a pretty good year for the Knicks, man. I really do.
I can actually see them all 3 in the running for most improved. I believe. I mean, I'm all right. I'm being a homer right now, but this Knicks team, I believe, is going to be a sleeper team this year, man. I think everybody is throwing them under the bus and not seeing everything. Like us Knicks fans, we pay attention to a lot of stuff Knicks. And they probably see some things. They probably see like the bigger media see something. Oh yeah, they're working out. Oh, they're doing this. But when we see it, we see what they're doing, man. And I mean, I believe this Obi Toppin could be the most improved player this year if he gets the minutes. Brunson could for me, Brunson is the nucleus of this team. He is going to put people where they need to be, I believe, and that's going to be so big for this New York team. This is a guy that's going to be able to pass the ball and at the end of games hit big shots for you, man. This guy's a big shot maker, man. This guy has got dog in his veins, man. And I'm just hopeful to see what the New York Knicks can do this year. I believe every last one of those names up there could be in the running for the most improved player. And and it's no, and that's only just saying those 3 names that you put up there. But like you said, Divine, IQ as well. I think IQ is going to be the 6th man. Yeah, Mitchell Robinson, right. RJ Barrett, you know what I mean? All these guys, right? You know what I mean? It's got a chance to become that, have that inlay on their name, most improved player. And I say it and I say it again, man. I do not believe the New York Knicks this year shoot as bad as they shot last year. If they do, then they'll have the same results as they did last year. But I do not believe this New York Knicks. I believe we're going to be closer to 45% as a team. I believe we're going to be closer to 80% from the free throw line. I believe our 3-point as a team is going to be league average around 36, 35, 36. I think we're going to have some guys that are going to pop this year, or at least turn up a little bit. Maybe not pop, but turn up just a little bit than what they did last year to make us a better team. If we could get, I mean, I'm running my mouth, and I'm sorry, Divine, but if we could get Mitchell Robinson to get from that 8-9 points to 15 points a game, if we could get RJ to get to 24 points a game with a better percentage, with a better free throw, if we could get Randle this year to turn back, convert himself back into semi, the almighty 4th seed, salute state, the almighty 4th seed to get 24 points and 11, 12 rebounds again. You know, if we could get some more of those, I don't believe like that year. A lot of guys shot like 38% from the 3-point line. I mean, 40%. RJ was 40%. Randall was like 38, 40%. D-Rose was 40%. I don't think we'll get back to as many. I would love to, but I don't think we get back to as many players making those points. Like, I mean, the 3-pointers like that. But I think we have a better year.
Yeah, I agree. I think the field goal percentage will go up, and I think 3-point percentage will go up. But on that note here, let me ask you a question. Gerald, salute to the chat and everybody, man. D Roz, my brother, long time always in here to represent support from day one. Salute to my man D Roz, Francisco, Cash Out, RJC. Salute to you, my man, Real Talk. Cash Out, Gerald, you have to throw up a chat. I think Randall, Gerald, the only reason I think they might not give it to Randall if he have a better year, because it really won't be an improvement for Randall, because Randall already had that breakout year. We had 24 and 11 and 5, which was the most improved player that year. So Randall have a good year. I necessarily don't consider that a improved year to him, because he already had the numbers already. So I don't know if they would even put him in the running for that, because you're supposed to do that anyway. You know what I mean? But I think a lot of them other guys possible anyway. But I do think Mitchell Robinson could be a really
MIP this year.
Yeah. I think he can, because I think with Brunson and all these guys and everybody else, I think Mitchell Robinson got his numbers go up. He started balling at the end of the year last year because he got more win, got healthier. So like I said, like Shop Howard said earlier, Mitchell Robinson coming into training camp out the gate healthy, working out all season long, got his money. You see him on Twitter how determined he is. He's another guy we're gonna have to watch out for the Knicks, man. You might see him come out of his bag with things that we didn't know that he had, because maybe they he healthy now. I think Thibs gonna give these kids the free reign, man. Yeah, show improvement. So he's a guy that's gonna be interesting in, and I think it's gonna be good to see what Mitch can do. So we got a lot of optimism going in there for me, guys. I think it's a lot of good dudes in New York. And I think they can all make it happen. We just gotta see what they're gonna how he's gonna balance this roster and how he's gonna keep guys happy. Because there's gonna be one or two that's not happy, but I'm looking for some breakout players. I think we got a couple players that can break out. Cam Reddish, one of them, like I said, Quentin Grimes. He looking to break out. The Knicks believe in him, because they believe in his kid. So he gonna have to show improve. Quickly. I think he got to show. He want to break out. He don't have to show improve. He already proved himself that he could be in play in the NBA. But I think he's gonna have that breakout year. You know what I mean? So be interesting to see. I wonder what Hartenstein gonna do for it. I'm disappointed because my man, I don't think we're getting to see a lot of this brother right here, but I think Jericho Sims is getting the bad end of the stick, bro.
We it's a possibility he still gets between. All right, hypothetically, it's 48 minutes in the game. Mitchell Robinson gets 25 minutes. There's 23 minutes left, right? Am I correct? Oh, that's 48. Yeah, 48. 23 minutes left. You could give Hartenstein 12 minutes, and you could give Gerald 12 minutes, and you could give Sims 10 minutes. You could use all three of those centers. Not for those two guys, they won't get 4 or 5 minutes. Then you put in another 3-4 minutes for Sims, and then you bring back in Mitchell Robinson. Mitchell Robinson to have long ways in on the quarters, 6-8 minutes in the quarters, where these guys can come in and play spot more. I don't want to say spot minutes, but they could split those minutes up. I think we see Sims this year. I think we gave him a contract. I think we're going to see some minutes from Sims. Maybe not as much as, depending on how good Hartenstein is as well. That makes a big difference.
Yeah, you know what? I agree with you, but it's so tough. And you spot on about the minutes, but the monkey wrench and all that is Thibs.
Right.
He just
right.
That's what I mean. You spot on with the minutes, man. But I just think that 10-man rotation is what he do. Old school coach. He just listen. Thibs believes in, when you got too many players playing, there's no rhythm to the game. Guys can't get comfortable because he a lot of people don't believe in that, but he's spot on. The more time you get, the better you become.
Right. I understand that.
I think he probably like, I can't get his kid 10 minutes because he ain't gonna. Which can you do in 10 minutes? You can miss 2 shots and it'd be. I think I hope that he don't. I just know they got to make some moves, man. I just think this thing is kind of pretty tough with the minute distribution with this team with all these players. But like I said, Jericho Sims played 41 games he played last year. 72% from the field. Obviously, he don't shoot threes, but he's a good rebounder. But look at the rebound. He had more rebounds than Cat on the team who started. You know what I mean? 4 rebounds a game. Got a lot of athleticism, half of shot block. I think he get better at that go. So, his numbers is his numbers, 2 points, $2 million, whatever. But it's going to be tough. If Hartenstein pop, and if Hartenstein went up getting 20 minutes a game because he's doing his thing, It's gonna be tough, but we got to see how this thing go, man. Tib got some problems here, bro. Real talk.
He do, man.
Yeah, they got some problems here, man. Oh my goodness, but we'll see how he do it, Shot Pocket. I do think he got to find it out, man. I think the Knicks deep. The one thing I'm happy about it, they deep. See, a lot of people, like I said, they get caught up in the starting five on the team. We might not got the greatest starting five in the world, but I think we got a deep team though, and I like that, man. I you know, you got some teams who got a good starting five, but the bench is trash. Well, I think we got a decent starting five and we got a decent bench. So I take a decent starting five and a decent bench than a real good starting five with no bench. You know what I mean? It's like going 5 against 10. You know what I mean? So we got pretty good players at every position, man. Fabian said 8 minutes to 10 minutes for Sims. I hope we can pull that off. I really do. I hope we can pull it off because it's not going to be just like last year. You know, for these guys. So. We'll see, man. It might be an experiment for the first half of the season until the trading deadline. Come in and then they make that determination there. So it might be one of them trial runs for the first half of the season. Try to win some games, not try, but win games and figure out who's gonna be able to stay here long term and who not. And then when the trading deadline come, you can make the move you think you need to make. But so I do think it's important that Cam Reddish come out the gate firing. In his game, he's probably gonna be the one to me out of all them players on the Knicks. He got to come out with the more ready than everybody because if not, you know he due for a contract extension first of all. So Cam Reddish, you know, a lot of them other guys they ain't worried about. Grimes got a $2 million deal. You know, it's Quickley got a $2 million deal. They ain't worried about them dudes. You know, Sim got a $2 million deal. Them the dudes they want on that roster. But knowing that Obi Toppin and Cam Reddish, they pretty much, and they going in their last year, because I think Obi Toppin got a player option. I think not a player option, a team option in that other year. So, you know, these cats are pretty much on their last go round. You know what I mean? For us with the Knicks, if they don't pop. You know, and so we had to see Shot Powell. I'm really interested to see what's going to happen with this thing, man. But I'm excited about it, though. I'm excited about the free season coming up. I'm excited about training camp. Like we said earlier, they signed Archie Nakano. They signed Sebi Mahalik. He played with Detroit. He played with Detroit. You know, he's a good 3-point shooter. He can knock him down. He's
like 6'7" or something like that.
Yeah, 6'8". He knocked him down from 3. Played with Toronto out there with them out there in Toronto. With Van Vliet and them. He could knock the 3 ball down. They gave him a half guaranteed. So, you know, them guys are just going to be filling up roster spots basically, you know, with Keels and Ferry and Hunt and them guys. They ain't going to be in a rotation, but they'll be on the team, you know. And obviously they signed DeQuan Jeffries to a training camp deal to get him in here and see what he's going to do. So it's going to be some good 20 people in camp competition in this. And let's see what we know. We know the mainstays anyway. So we'll see how it goes, man. And I'm hoping that he bring it to Cam, the only one hunting for a bag. Yeah, pretty much, but he's the one. He's in the contract year because it was him and RJ. And RJ got his. You're right, Francisco. He's about the only one really hunting for a bag at least this year. The next year, Quickley and Obi come up. So, you know, we got to see how the Knicks organization going to play this thing. But I think they got a good problem going into camp. I really do. I think it's going to be all right. There'll be some stiff competition, but I'm looking forward to it, Shot Powell. I think it's going to be really interesting to see what Tom Thibodeau, how they navigate these waters with these guys, because we said we ain't the only ones might have disgruntled. The NBA, all the other teams got disgruntled players. Don't mean we can't have none. You know what I mean? Don't mean we can't have none. If Cam Reddish sitting down there not playing, you know he's fuming. If Quickley or Grimes sitting there ain't playing, they fuming, bro. In the inside, internally they might be respectable about it, but deep inside, them cats probably fuming.
Yeah, they want to play ball.
They want to play ball. You know, so let's see how it goes, man. But I think it's gonna be fun to watch, though. I think the Knicks gonna be good, man. I really do. It's not so much of being a homer. It's just looking at what they got around them and what the possibilities are. They are a very deep team at every position. They can go multiple ways. They can go multiple ways with that team. So let's see how you're gonna get it to them, Shot Powell. I think they're gonna be all right, though.
Yeah, like you said, Devon, they have multiple ways to put this team together, man. Multiple rotational pieces that they could put in, multiple teams that they could put on the floor for different spurts in the game. If you want to have a running crew, you want to have a big crew, if you want to have a up and down crew, you want to have a half court team, You want to have a run and gun team. They got so many ways that they can implement this thing with this season. I mean, this season with the players that they have. So I'm optimistic about it. You know what I mean? And I'll stick with my homerism with the Knicks. And let me say this. You know what I mean? It's not what's on the back. You know what I mean? It's right here. I'm a Knicks fan. You know what I mean? And I want the Knicks to be good this year. I want them to be good. I want them to start being a good team. I want them to start being named like, perennial. I want us to be every year we're in the playoffs. We're striving to do better. I think in 2 or 3 years with these young players that we got, with all these trade picks that we have, we can make some a big step coming forward. And 2, 3 years down the line, being right in that cusp of the name of New York. Now a lot of players are going to be retiring. It's going to be a whole lot of things, man. And we got a nice young core. And the main reason why I want this crew to where they can put these guys on the floor, because we got to raise these guys' stocks. By next year, some of these guys may not be on the team next year. We may make a trade. We got a couple of guys coming off of their contracts, or we may if we don't sign Reddish, he's not here no more. That's a $5 million, $60 million. If we don't re-sign D Rose, that's another $15 million. Right there, that's $21 million that we got from 2 players. You know what I mean? We add another three players. Let's say let's throw some names out there. Obi Toppin and Grimes, and 3 first-round picks, and we pick up all the names out here, and Obanabi and OG and all these different names out here. Maybe we'll make another big trade in another year or so like that. You know what I mean? Next year is a big year. That 23 draft is a big draft. So let's see what we can do. Let's build these guys' stocks up, because next year some of these guys will not be here. Maybe we'll be more of maybe we could refine the team a little bit better next year as well.
Yeah. They definitely in a good spot, man. That's why, like I said, this might be one of the years where they really see who made a what, who gonna be here. Because like I said, between Derrick Rose, Fournier, Cam Reddish, and whoever else, man, you got about almost close to $50 million there. You know what I mean? And even you think about here's the other thing that's interesting. Even after this year, Hartenstein to be on an expiring deal. You know what I mean? He got 2 years. So if he play out this year, the next year contract in his last year, he told the Knicks really set themselves up pretty good, man. And they're in a good situation. They literally can go out there by next year, almost put up close to $50 million in cap space.
Facts. And have 5, next year 4 or 5 up to 3, 4 first round picks in the draft. Come on, that should be able to move us somewhere. We give up three first round picks plus 2 players. We should be able to pick up anybody to be, and we'll have money for it. Right now we don't have. We're more on the lines of doing a lot of trades. Let's build up a little bit of money this year, and now we got money and trades. I mean, money and draft picks. What you gonna do now?
Yeah. I think the Knicks eventually in the next year or 2 move some of them picks. Like they're gonna have to move them.
No question.
They ain't gonna be able to play on the team. So I do think
question.
I'll see a lot of them some of them picks. That's why I said it's gonna be interesting if the Knicks get off to a good start and going into the trading deadline and the Knicks in the playoff hunt and they looking good, and somebody out there just don't work on the team. They got the assets and everything to get them. You know what I mean? They got the assets to get them. They got the picks to get them. They got the players to get them. And who wouldn't want an aspiring contract? That's what it's all about.
Exactly. This is another reason why, it's not that I don't want D Rose on the team. I want him here. I want to try to see what we're going to do, because with Reddish starting, D Rose not sitting on the bench. If we get to the trade deadline, D Rose may be one of the first guys that we might let go. If Reddish is not popping the way we think he is, and this guy Slev comes in here, he might can fill in that position to back up RJ, and we might be able to move Cam Reddish now. I mean, the way it looks like they got another small forward here. He's a small forward, and it's now you got RJ, now you got Cam Reddish, and now you got this guy Swev. You know what I mean? So they kind of solidified that that position, like they got the point guard position is solidified. The center position is solidified. So let's see what happens, man. The one thing I want to do is build this team to see what happens at trade deadline, and then we can make some moves. We'll be all right.
Yeah, real talk. Hey, I'm with you on that, D. Ross. That 6 seed sleeper. I'm with you on that. Brother, for real. I'm literally right there where he at with this 6 seed sleeper. I think Knicks will get. I think Knicks ain't going. They get past the play-in. I think this team is better than last year's team, and just as good as the one that won 41 games, if not better. I think the biggest acquisition is we got a point guard in New York. Literally got a point guard, and I think that think about last year we won 37 games with a suspect point guard rotation. Alex Burks and Kemba Walker, and McBride every now and then, and Quickley every now and then. We literally got somebody who to command that position that's going to be there day in, day out, every night, orchestrating what the Knicks do with that team. I just think that's so important, man. So I think Jalen Brunson alone get the Knicks 5 more wins, 6 more wins than last year. Just him alone, just Jalen Brunson being on the Knicks get the Knicks 5 or 6 more wins than last year. Because that point guard situation in New York was terrible. Think about this here. We lost all our point guards last year. Basically, we lost Derrick Rose and Kemba Walker. Both of them, Shot Powers, and Quickley, and then we had to throw Alex Burks in there because why Thibs didn't do Quickley, I don't know. But so then we lost his firepower off the bench because everybody else went down. So I can see why the Knicks went the way they went last year. You lose D Rose, you lose Kemba Walker. Now Alex Burks, who was in the backup role, now has to play the starting role, so he lost his firepower on the bench. Grimes wasn't truly ready, but you seen what he could be. McBride wasn't ready. They cats was raw dogs last year, raw. You know what I mean? And so now you would depend on some raw players, and he still won 37 games. You still won 37 games, man, with COVID and injuries. So I do think the Knicks is better than people giving them credit for. I do think that these guys are better than what people give them credit for. So, but it's all about showing and prove on the court, and they're gonna have a chance to show and prove in a couple of weeks, man. When training camp start, they get in there and get it popping, and I'm looking forward to it, man. But once again, salute to the Jets and Giant fans, the Yankees and the Mets fans.
There you go.
Yeah, New York sports.
New York,
day, bro.
New York, get up.
Yeah, for real. It was like Aaron Judge on a mission, my Mets on a mission, trying to hang into that first spot. That game, the Jets played against Cleveland.
Oh, that was a good game. I better get him. I bet against them too. I feel bad.
Yeah, I gotta get a coach. So Sal his props, man. Yeah, them boys playing together. You think Cleveland with that arsenal they got down there, they handled it. They came back and won that game. Obviously, my boy Wheat Martindale got the Giant defense playing like,
oh my gosh, man.
Wheat Martindale got the Giant defense playing like, and they missing two of the most important edge rushers they got, Ajuri and Thibodeau.
Yes,
man. Imagine when them two come back on the wings, man. Giants gonna be pretty. And they got Monday night against the Cowboys. Y'all already know what it is. So let Big D come into the stadium and get their butts whipped. That'd be good. 3-0 coming out the gate. That ball. Coach Stable. But yeah, it was a good day for New York sports overall. But I'm looking forward to the next couple of weeks, ladies and gents. Man, I really am. I'm excited about the Knicks season, man. I'm more excited this year than I was last year. And I was excited last year. But I think this year I'm a little bit more overwhelmed. I like the underdog. I like the underdog, and people writing the Knicks off, man. They're writing them off. Yep, they're writing them off, and I just think they're gonna come out there with a different mindset this year.
That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping for that, Divine.
Yeah, they're gonna have a different mindset, and not only that, Thibs know what it is. Thibs like, I gotta get these guys if I want to maintain and stay around. After winning Coach of the Year before, after winning Coach of the Year in Chicago, winning Coach of the Year before. Not be able to make the playoffs last year. You could tell he was disappointed because he's like, Noel didn't show to come to the table. Derrick Rose got hurt. All these guys, man, a lot of key pieces wasn't there popping. So I think it's gonna be pretty interesting for our team this year for sure. Yeah, you're right, bro. Francisco, you dead on about that. I'm glad you put that up there. All on 20-point leads lost. Not this year.
Yeah, we got to close it this year, man. Yeah, we got to close it. We got a bona fide point guard that can close the game.
Mm-hmm.
I seen him do it. I seen him done it. However that sound right.
Yep. Well, yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Our defense is gonna be much better. I'm just Grimes and Cam and Quickley and these guys. I'm just trying to see the cats get out there and get it popping, man. I think they got something special going in New York this year, and let's see how it goes, man. I think the guard gonna be buzzing. It's gonna be electric up in there. And I know a lot of you cats gonna be up in there when you can, man. I'll be in there Christmas though. I won't make opening night this year, but I'll be on there Christmas, man. I'll be in that Philly game for sure. On Christmas Day, I'll be up in there, no doubt.
Yeah, I'm going to the opener, and I'm gonna make sure I make it. I'm taking it off Christmas just for you, Divine.
I get them tickets so we can get up in there. That's gonna be fun, man. Knicks will talk and be in the building for sure. Yeah, but I'm excited, man. I'm excited and everything, man. Real talk, man. And but listen, we're gonna get out of here a little early tonight because I know everybody get on their grind, get ready for work tomorrow, and all that good stuff, man. So I'm glad that I came here and spent a little time with the family. You know, our family Knicks Real Talk. We gotta run them up with thumbs up. Yeah, you're right, my man. Friend, so just be normal, man. Just play. You're a good coach, man. He's a coach. He's a lifer. You know, he just last year, you can give him some of the blame, but you can't give it all of them because, like I said, we was injured like crazy last year, and the guy we wanted up to play wasn't ready. Not like that. So we'll see how that goes, man. But
and all right, yeah, there is a thing saying about Thibs don't play rookies and stuff like that. You know, he played Grimes, he played Obi, he played IQ. You know, he played IQ heavy. Right. You know, even in his years when he was when he had D Rose, that crew that they had over there in Chicago was a kind of young crew. They had like maybe two or three veterans on there from what I looked at, but their crew was pretty young over there too. So don't think that Thibs can't get these guys to get out there and run. And the one thing that makes this team, I believe, is going to be a better team. These guys want to play for Thibs. They want to play. You know, these guys want to play basketball. They like the way Thibs run his defensive set. So don't be surprised to see. Don't be surprised if you see Thibs running a lot of a different type of offense next year.
Yeah, real talk. Hey, prime example right here. That picture speaks 1,000 words to me. Him and IQ.
Facts.
That's them kids love Thibs, man. Yeah, them cats love Thibs, man, because they think about everybody under here got better since he's been coaching the Knicks. He got better. He getting better. He will be better. He gonna be better. Thibs, one thing about you can say about it, he know how to develop these cats. He get them cats out there and say, you got to work for your stuff. Go out there and get better. If there's 3-point shot off, when RJ wasn't shooting 3-ball good early in the year, he said, well, you know what? He got to get in the gym more. You know what I mean? He keep it real. You know what I mean? And I appreciate that about Thibs, man. You look at Derrick Rose in his year when Derrick Rose and Todd Gibson was young cats and Joakim knowing them.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, he and Luau Dang, all them cats were young when he was playing.
They were young, 24, 25. They were young, man.
Yep, absolutely. And then when he went to Minnesota, he had a young Andrew Wiggins, a young Karl Anthony Towns. All them cats were young, you know what I mean? But then, obviously to get into the playoffs, he had to go get Jimmy Butler, Derrick Rose, and bring them over and they got to the playoffs. You know what I mean? So he always been playing young guys. Even he played RJ his rookie year. RJ started his rookie year for the Knicks. Thibs wasn't there yet, but the next year RJ played Quickley and Obi played backup for New York in their rookie years. The whole year they played. They got minutes. It's just that if you ain't producing, and I like that about Thibs. If you ain't producing, then what's it usually playing on the court that night? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I seen him sit Fournier down last year a couple times.
Fourth quarter.
Shot him down like, nah, dog, you get dogged on defense. It was like, we got to get you up out of here, you know what I mean, in the defense, from a defense perspective. Because, he the type of guy, you produce, you play. And that's what, even with Cam Reddish, he came into the Knicks last year, you noticed he started producing more and more. Thibs played him more and more. I think if Cam Reddish wouldn't have got hurt, and Quentin Grimes wouldn't have went down with that injury, I think the Knicks would have made the play-in. I think they would have made the play-in. Them two was important because we were so thin with depth that year. I think them two guys probably could have helped push us past the Charlotte Hornets and them guys. I think we were that close. But once I seen Quentin Grimes and Cam Reddish go down, I'm like, damn, it's gonna be pretty tough. You know what I mean? So, but it's gonna be a different year this year. I'm looking forward to them cats getting in here, getting it popping, man. I'm looking for the Knicks to do it, man. Like I said, I'm north of 40 with wins. Shop out. I'm around 43 to 45. I really want to say I'm gonna stick to the 45 like I did say. I said we're gonna be north. I'm gonna go around 45 wins with the team constructed right now.
I'm right there close to you, Divine. I believe we're the bottom. I think we make 42 wins this year. I think we make, like you said, 5 more games. We placed 5 more games better this year with Jalen Brunson. So from 37 to 42, I think our high is 47. So I'll give us a 5-game window from 42 to 47. But I believe with Jalen Brunson here, we do 5 games better than we did last year with 42. And I think our high is going to be around 47.
Yeah. What I'm also intrigued about, Shop Howard, let's say hypothetically an injury occur. I think we got enough depth to combat that. Now that's one thing I'm happy about. We got a lot of players who might not get, but if we do have an injured player, I think we got enough talent and enough ammo to hold us down when we go to battle. You know what I mean? I really believe that. D-Rock got 46 plus. That's what I'm talking about, man. I hope that, I'm with that. Salute to Canal, my brother. Salute.
Sir.
KBL, salute to you, my brother. Canal, salute. I do think that they got enough talent to play with anybody, man. Like I said, we might not got the sexiest names out there, but I seen RJ and Randall and them give it to a lot of cats in the NBA, bro. I mean, I really have seen them cats give it to a lot of cats in the NBA. I seen Randall drop 30-something on Anthony Davis in the Lakers. I seen RJ drop 46 on the Miami Heat defense. I mean, I seen Jalen Brunson take this cat to the Western Conference to the finals and drop 41, 40-something in the game.
36.
So, yeah, we got some players, man. They might not be sexy, but I think they talent, though. And then you add it with the guys that we got coming behind them, a lot of young talent. The guys we got, like I said, Quentin Grimes, Obi Toppin, Quickley, RJ, Cam Reddish, Jericho Sims. I don't want to leave out McBride, but I just don't know how that's going to bode with him right now from a rotational standpoint. But, I think the acquisition of Hartenstein and Brunson, it kept the commodity and the chemistry there, but we added 2 more pieces because Hartenstein definitely going to give us what Noel didn't give us last year.
Right, I believe so.
Yeah, because Noel didn't play. He didn't play. So if Hartenstein played, we won't be thin at the center position. Asking a young guy like Jericho Sims, who doesn't really know the NBA, was still raw, trying to figure it out. Well, Hartenstein already figured it out already. So that makes the team better. Just by alone having somebody to back up Mitch when Mitch go out, and having a bona fide five to come in there and play behind Mitch. I think that makes a big difference. Like I said, having Brunson not Kemba Walker, salute to Kemba Walker, but he just didn't do it for the Knicks last year. That was probably one of the, if any move that you could take back last year would have been that one. So now we got a position that I think the point guard gonna be consistent. You know what I mean? Young energy, consistent game. You know what I mean? Championship pedigree, winning attitude. So I think it's a lot of intangibles that we didn't have last year that makes this team a little better to me. Shop out. It's a lot of intangibles. I mean, guys got another year under their belt. They got better. They put work in. So they're just like the rest of the NBA. Not the Knicks, not the only one doing it. Everybody doing it. But I know that's a part of the culture that they set there. That these cats coming in here to win some games, man. Thibs and Leon Rosen did not pay Brunson $25 million. They did not pay RJ close to 30. They didn't give Julius Randle almost close to 25 or 30 when they made 29 at the next couple of years. They didn't give Mitchell Robinson $15 million to fucking tank. they gave these boys that money to compete. You know what I mean?
Facts.
And that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna compete. So they just gotta go in there and strap it up, man, and get popping, man. And I think it's gonna be fun. Quality jumper, quality salute to you, my man. Yo, salute to the chat, man. Y'all run them up with a thumbs up, man. Tell a friend, like and subscribe. Knicks Real Talk, let's get it. Divine, Shop Powers, be in the building. KJ, salute to you, my brother. I know you out there grinding, doing the event thing, man. So salute to you. But yeah, I'm excited, man. I'm really excited to see what's happening, and we see where it goes, man. Pretty much Shop how we be on post game, pre-game, everything now. So we gonna be pretty amped up going into the season. Open up the panel, guys. We're gonna open up the panel back up on the show, and and y'all, I got the new fire that's called In the Building with Divine. The promo is crazy. The bars is crazy. Everything. I'm going to drop it on the show maybe for y'all next week. I would have did it tonight, but I got to tweak a couple of things. but the joint is nice though. So y'all look out for that, man. I dropped the little promo intro for you guys, and see that Knicks Real Talk still putting in work, man, trying to get this thing growing. We're gonna open up the phones line this year. We're gonna get in all that, man. We're gonna have a good time this year, man. We're gonna have a really good time with New York with Knicks Real Talk this year, man. I think it's gonna be fun. And we want all you guys to be a part of it because you always are. Just come in here and do your thing, man. Y'all the visible panel. Without you cats, ain't no Knicks Real Talk. Me and Shy be talking to each other by ourselves like we do. So we appreciate the chat. That's where it's at. Everybody, where y'all be streaming in from, man. Thank y'all for coming in all the time, man. On this beautiful Sunday, everybody team won. Every team in New York won today. That's awesome. So it's pretty good. Pennant race about to get popping in Major League Baseball. Giants look like they gonna do some work. I think when Zach Wilson come back to the Jets, the quarterback get back, they're gonna be pretty good too. So we'll see. So right now, I think this is gonna be the mecca of sports this year. I think the New York team, just like the Rangers got to the Stanley Cup, Yankees and the Mets look like they're gonna be in the postseason. All we gotta do is let the Giants and the Jets get up in there, and then our Knicks and Nets get up in there. And then New York got the sports world on lock. You know what I mean? So it should be fun, man. Real talk. But listen, man, Shop Out, give me a last word, my brother. We're going to get up out of here, man. And then we holler at the fam another time.
I want to say one big shout out. This shout out is to my man, KJ Events. Salute to you for your event yesterday, man. That was one of the best old school house music that I heard in a long time, man. And thank you for letting me come out there and enjoy myself, because I really did. Salute to the chat, as always. Represent, keep coming through. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Divine, as always,
yes, sir.
My guy. Much love. Let's get it.
Yeah, real talk, man. Yo, to the chat is where it's at. Like I said, man, y'all, we appreciate y'all coming up here all the time, man. Spending some time with us, talking this Nick talk, man, and let us try to keep the fan base, tuned into what's going on out there from our perspective. And I think we're gonna be good. I think we're gonna be all right, man. Y'all keep the faith and see the Knicks gonna get it, man. I think they're gonna get it this year, man. I think we get to the playoffs. Once you get to the playoffs, anything can happen. Anything can happen. But our first step is to get in the playoffs, get this team running on all cylinders. I think the pace picks up this year. I think the field goal percentage goes up this year, like Shaw said. I think a lot of areas that we didn't get to do last year, we do this year is gonna be better. I think they're coming in the training camp fully loaded. So I think Thibs got a good problem on his hand. It's a big year for him as well. Thibs as well. This is a big year for him. And I think he's hungry. I know how bad he wanted Donovan Mitchell, but he didn't get him. But I think he likes what he has here, and he knows that. He knows he got a good team down here. So we'll see how it goes, man. But until the next episode, Francisco Quality Jumper Canal, man. Salute to you, D Rock, my brother. Salute to you always. Let's keep it moving, man. And we're gonna get in here and get it popping and get up out of here, man. We see y'all on the next one, on the next round. Cash out, my brother. You already know Fabian. Salute to May 4th came in the building tonight. Salute to May 4th. Salute to you. RJC was in the building tonight. Keep it going. Gerald Carlot. Salute to Gerard. Pardon me. Salute to Gerard, man. Salute to you.
Canal, J Boogie.
Right. Fabian, my brother, always, man. Everybody, man. Will, my man, can't believe
yes,
my man.
Sir.
Will, Will is always in the building with us. G-Man 78, Robert Woodward was in the building with us tonight. Salute to all you guys, man, for coming hanging out. Joey, salute to you. Martini was in the building as well. Salute to Joey. KJ Events was in the chat with us today, man. Salute to him. J Boog, Worldwide Lawrence, Jet for Life. All you guys, man. Let me finish with the chat, man. King Ribby, my brother, salute to you. He was in the building tonight. Salute. Yeah, real talk, man. Everybody, it's all good, man. Knicks Real Talk, Divine, Shy, we out. Peace to the family. Y'all have a great week. Well, do the rest of your week coming up, man. Y'all be safe out there. Whatever you're doing on your grind, man, whatever endeavor you about to embark on, y'all be safe out there, man. You know what it is. So we
you
can
already
see y'all.
Know.
Right, we can see y'all again on the next episode. So to the chat, peace.
Let's get it.
Time for Divine Shot, KJ Events. This Real Talk's the brand. You understand how we do, my man. I'm on that Friday night Nick shit, dripping in Nick shit. Up in the world, most famous arena with the click. That's the conglomerate. Knicks real talk is real prominent. I'm a bit like the Omicron variant, dominant. Paying homage to the cat from the chat. That's where it's at. Cause I'm hearing that you don't care for hyperbole, you straight fact. We interact with the mob, the gods. Up in the pod, the squad, with the side. My entourage be on the job, my energy. Feeling tripping in 10 books as they cook my game plan. And my brand for loot and pursuit. Going hard like the New York City gritty committee. Cause that's the Knicks we know is pretty, but we all stay giddy. And we embrace the fan base like the late Anthony Mace. Trace the logo when there's space that appear like Squarespace. Staring down on the Chase Bridge, looking at Knicks City drip. The city decks is on the court, looking pretty legit. I stay true to the orange and blue. I thought you knew for him a few bars to shine like stars divine on Mount Mars. Knicks real talk. Here we go, let's go.
Knicks real talk right here. I'm representing
Knicks real talk.
right here. Let's get it.
Here we go, let's go.
We here in the building.
Knicks real talk.
Let's get it.
Here we go, let's go.
Yeah, for real. Yes, sir.
Knicks real talk.
We here.
Here we go, let's go.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Yeah, for real. Yes, sir.
Let's get it.